Hey friends and family, thank you for taking the time to watch this video and just being here with me and being present in my life throughout the years. And for some of the new people that are looking at this, I just wanted to share a little bit about the last 10 years of my journey. Today is March 3rd, 2024, and exactly 10 years ago, I booked a one-way ticket to Bali, and that was March 3rd of 2014. That decision ultimately came from having a heart attack at the age of 32 years old. I'm now 42, and I was living a pretty crazy lifestyle that involved a lot of drinking and smoking, really high stress job, which was car sales, and I was quite successful. I became one of the top salespeople in America selling Hyundais in the Los Angeles area. And now I find myself here in Colombia 10 years later, after getting introduced to somebody I met while hiking the Camino de Santiago. I'm just going to go into briefly a couple of things that I've gone through. I think one of the toughest things that I think any person can make is really learning to live a life that is true to you and not expected of you. And I think very deeply into the Asian culture. In a lot of cultures, there's certain expectations that are placed upon you, and a lot of expectations put on the American dream. And the American dream for a lot of people is having the house, the cars, the materialistic things, and I had all of those things, and ultimately I wasn't happy, and I was so stressed, and it ultimately led up to me getting a heart attack at a very young age. And it's something that has affected me to this day, and I have to take quite a bit of medication on a daily basis to maintain that. Not a lot of people, not even a lot of my friends know about that. But that's something that's been affecting me for the last 10 years of my life, and I've had to deal with it with going to doctor's visits and just one of the things that I'm living with and trying to be at peace with, and really learning to accept it still to this day, and trying to find alternative ways to try to heal my heart without the medication. And being here in Colombia hopefully will start to cultivate that, and along with some other habits that I want to form. But I've gone through a wild journey. Quitting my job was a really big decision, because I bought a house the year right before I quit my job. It was a new house, and I thought that was exactly what I wanted, and I realized that working these 40, 60, 70 hour weeks, 40, 50, 60, 70 hour weeks was no longer for me. And I was just unhappy, really, really unhappy. And once I had the heart attack, this snowball effect started happening of me questioning, and what am I doing? Why am I not happy? Why do I have all these things in my life, and why am I not happy in my life? And it ultimately just led up to the decision of quitting my job. Booking a one-way ticket, I had no idea what I was looking for, but I just had to trust myself and go on this journey. And this journey has taken me through a roller coaster of love and heartbreak and different plant medicines, including ayahuasca, mushrooms, experimenting with LSD, acid, marijuana, some tougher drugs, cocaine. So it's been a wild journey. I've traveled about 20 countries to kind of find myself, and ultimately I'm still learning how to walk this earth with peace and love in my heart. And that's really a challenge at times. How do I become more compassionate? How do I become more loving? How do I become more peaceful within myself, so that it reflects around the world? One of my favorite quotes is, once you start to heal yourself, the world around you starts to heal. And a lot of that deep healing happened while I was traveling, when I was in Cambodia for the last 3.5 years. And a lot of ancestral healing that I've had to do, and learn how to forgive, and learn how to forgive my past. And forgive my ancestors that I don't even know. I learned to accept them as they are, and learn to accept my family as they are, which still has its challenges. Over the summer I was with my family, and they definitely became one of my greatest teachers, and I learned a lot of lessons just being with them over the summer. My father had ankle surgery over the summer, and I had to work in his family business that we've had for over 20 years, which is a small convenience store in the Los Angeles area. And I was tasked to work 13-hour work days, which on this vagabond lifestyle, I'm not used to working and traveling and just kind of doing my own thing. But I was working 13 hours a day for many months. And they say that you really don't truly know somebody until you walked in their shoes. And I had the opportunity to work these shifts, these long shifts, that my father has been working for, again, over 20 years of his life, 30 years, 40 years. And that helped me grow in appreciation, deeper appreciation for my parents, for their struggles and the sacrifices that they've made for our family growing up, which I didn't appreciate growing up. And I got to witness my brother, who in the last 4 years had 2 kids, and I've met one of his daughters before I left to Cambodia, and I hadn't met one because she was born while I was living in Cambodia during COVID. And I got to witness how incredibly beautiful his journey's been to become a father. And I've had an opportunity to watch his kids, and I didn't realize how tough it is. Not tough, but how much energy it takes to watch kids. And again, you don't know somebody until you walk in their shoes. And I love being an uncle. I don't know if I want to be a father at this point in my life. I've always wanted kids, but I don't think I want to be a father at this point in my life. I enjoy giving the kids back after a few hours. But that was something beautiful to witness, how incredible a father my brother's become. And to watch and witness my little sister grow up to a beautiful young woman, and just how hard my mom works. And again, just to grow deeper appreciation. And that's something that I think traveling and doing all of this traveling that I've been doing, at one point I was thinking that a lot of this was me running away from a lot of my problems. And in the way I did, back in Los Angeles. But I needed to kind of go on my own journey. And now my journey's led me to Colombia. And I decided that I no longer want to travel, and I just want to just live. And I was blessed to meet somebody on the Camino de Santiago who's originally from Colombia. And about 5 months ago, she said to me, she messaged me, basically, she said, from the first time I met you, I had this vision of you and my best friend being together. And she asked if we could be introduced. And we got introduced via WhatsApp. And we've been messaging each other for the last 5 months, back and forth every single day, and just seemed like the woman of my dreams. And I'm here now. I've been here for about a week. I've had some beautiful moments with her, and she is an incredible being. And I'm really happy to be here right now. I don't know what the future holds. I'm going to talk some more in future videos about a little bit more about my journey, about plant medicine, the connection to the divine, the music and chanting, and the connection I feel when I sing and when I do it with others. I'm going to talk about how I've been able to basically travel for the last 10 years without earning a major income, and how I've done it, and how I went from one version, one reality of myself to another version and reality of myself, and constantly trying to create miracles in my life every day. So, yeah. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video, and I'm going to do some future videos and some updates. But yeah, this is Sunday morning. There's a football match behind me on my partner's balcony. They are up very early, and this is just a little intro. So thank you for taking the time to listen, and look forward to sharing some more on future videos. And yeah, if you'd like to, subscribe and like or comment if you have any questions about how I've been able to do some of the things I've been doing, or anything, or any questions you want to ask, and I'll address them in future videos. Thank you.